man, like, don't feel bad, and you shouldn't have something, because like there's little children who are going through, you know, and thank God I'm lucky enough to take a medication, but I don't know, I think it was just more mental.
Get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was just a situation, I think, because I had so much going on in my life, and it's just honestly always been that way, that I've never been able to just let it sit on me and just be that rain cloud. It's always been like, well, I have this thing pulling me over here, so like that bad part of my life is kind of over there somewhere, but I'm currently over here dealing with this other stuff. So I just always stayed on the positive stuff.
And you never felt sorry for yourself or anything?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sure there were definitely, but never wallowed in it. Never stay there. Yeah, always. I mean, to this day, I mean, there's times, you know, where you're battling whatever it is, you know, and it could be something far less serious. Something I used to go through a couple years ago was like post-performance downs a little bit, because I went from working every single night, almost every show. So like we always had another show. So like I had to get juiced up for this next show. But then once everything changed, pandemic, all of that, and then the contract started getting restructured and the dates became less, and I would do a big date and then I would be home for, you know, like a month with no like crazy stimulus, no dopamine, no adrenaline rush, no pop. And it would put me in the dumps a little bit until I learned how to like structure my way through that. Like, well, no, we didn't finish. We're just working towards the next date now. So we're just right back in now. So I built like things to fix that. But yeah, we're always going through stuff all the time.
That's an intentional mindset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm never trying to stay, like, I understand happiness is not a constant state. We experience moments of happiness, but whatever that is, that middle ground or where you're not feeling much at all, that's kind of where we're at all the time. And you have to figure out how to spike that happiness or know when it's happening, and then also know when you're not in that mode and you need to, you know, get yourself out of whatever it is. I think just being truthful with yourself and being completely honest of where you're at mentally helps, where you don't bullshit yourself.
Right.
Because we'll do that to ourselves greater than anybody. I'll buy my shit better than anybody.
Oh yeah, we can convince ourselves of anything.
I sold myself water earlier, you know.
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I think that was different though, because it was
very real,
so heavy. Yes. And like, I guess anytime mortality kind of gets put on the, you know, on the line, and you have to think about that, that sends you down a different type of head trip. But I think I was just so young, and thank God for my mom. I can't give her enough credit. The fact that I had her shoulders to like put this burden on and have her like carry the brunt of the stress.
God bless her.
God bless her.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again, because to this day she's probably worried about me right now.
I mean,
like, what's he doing?
I've got goosebumps right now, because I can't imagine, you know.
I don't ever want to imagine how my mom felt, and I don't want to ever go through any of that with my own. But thank God I had her. Thank God I had all of my family, all of them, because like Calvin said, it was my mom, it was my sisters, it was God just gluing it all together to make sure that this safety net that was surrounding me wasn't gonna, there was no holes in it. They weren't gonna let me slip through. So that was it was a hell of a time. It really was.
Do you think that going through that is probably one of the main reasons why you are the successful family man, huge, giant megastar and family man that you are today, that you know what matters. You know what matters most to you. And how important is knowing what matters most?
I think that's, I mean, for anybody, I wouldn't say just for a young man, anybody in leadership, you need to know what the goal is, where you're trying to go, because you have people in tow, you know, and as a father, as a husband, that was something that wasn't learned fast enough or early enough, but it was learned. But I can't just credit it to one thing. All these things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm the type that I do regret stuff. I do regret decisions, behaviors, many things that I've done through my life.
We're all human.
Absolutely.
Right. We all make
that's why I don't
mistakes
judge, because I get it. Like, I understand it, but I'm one of those type that beat themselves up about stuff, and I always remember, I'll forgive, but I will remember, and I'm talking about towards myself. I'm actually very easy to forgive others, but for myself, I hold on to things, and I will torture myself a little bit.
Yeah, too much, maybe.
A little bit, a little bit. But I think that's good, and it keeps you honest. Yeah, well, I think the reminder.
As long as it doesn't rip you down.
Exactly, yeah.
Once you start, if it becomes a cycle, then that's not helpful.
If you can't
learn
then
the
you're
lesson.
just losing.
Yeah.
There's no lesson there. Then you're just losing, and you're just staying in that state. And I don't like that. But if I can learn from the mistake, I don't like saying, "Oh, I had to make that mistake."
Maybe you'll make enough mistakes that it'll be like reps, and you can just learn the lesson and not have to dwell on it so much that it hurts you.
Well, and then what irritates me is, you could have learned that from the guy in front of you. You know what I mean? Like,
Sometimes
it's an old football thing.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm on the cans and we're doing our walkthroughs, that's how I learned how to play football, was watch the guy in front of you. And I've been blessed with that opportunity to watch many great men in front of me, and then I still touch the hot stove. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's just
but
one of
you're
those
gonna.
things. I know. Just give me a little bit of what
There
goes
were
on.
probably
The
a lot of
internal struggle
examples
here,
that maybe weren't the best also. So,
sure.
There's many paths.
That's the other side too, is like knowing that's a great example of knowledge, and
learning what not to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like seeing mistakes and identifying those as others' mistakes, and not repeating that. So it is what it is. But it's all a part of that process. Like you said, it's all a learning process. And as long as you are learning from it, you can get knowledge from anywhere.
That's right.
You can become better in any capacity, as long as you're just willing to review God's tape a little bit. I watch it back and think about it, and I wouldn't want someone to treat me like that.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't do stuff like that. Simple stuff.
You learn. Yeah. Kindness matters.
100%.
Yeah.
Steph and I were talking about this earlier. You probably do not remember, but when I started with WWE, I was working in talent relations. It was when you and Triple H were main eventing WrestleMania 32. So at the time,
The aforementioned.
yes, we're going back there. So at the time, I was told that you were a big deal, and I'm new in talent relations, and they're like, you need to make sure this guy has a suite, you need to talk to him to take care of everything. So I'm like, okay, he's a big deal. I'm preparing to talk to some asshole, honestly.
Oh, no.
So, some very demanding person. Yes.
What were these things I demanded? I don't even remember. I don't think I was demanding anything back in the day.
Sorry, my point was you were not that at all. And just talking about being kind and true to who you were.
What year was this? I think I know who was talking to you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
But so just the simple, I was set up poorly, but you were so kind, and I'm like, okay, this guy's a huge deal, and he's just talking about feeding his family and making sure they're all set up with tickets, and I remember that because I'm expecting someone who's
a monster to come by. I'm glad I wasn't that.
No, not at all. And he's like,
could have been a totally different story.
You were a straight asshole.
Fun time.
So glad you've learned.
That was
You didn't
not
have
one
to
of
do it
your
with me last
mistakes.
Mania, huh?
No, 10 years ago, though.
Vegas is different than Dallas now. A lot of Samoans in Vegas now.
I've since
That
left.
suite needs to grow.
You don't want to be in that department either.
Nope.
Trying to relate to talent is one of the hardest things to do. It really is. That's not an easy job. But probably who's giving you directions wasn't very good at it.
Yeah,
anyways.
maybe not the best. That's okay though.
But
But I'm glad I wasn't an asshole.
And that's why I was like, all right.
I wouldn't have let her tell that
just
story.
put on do another little Georgia Tech interview. Well, you lost all those great qualities from Tech. Yeah.
This guy told me. No.
Yeah.
But I just
Those football guys are liars because he's an asshole. Yeah.
play the third tape.
But you talk about, your family and your bigger family too, because you've talked to me a lot about what it means to represent the bloodline.
Oh yeah.
You know, and all of those who have come before you and all of those yet to come and all of those who are there right now, and that pool seems to just be growing. How heavy is the head that wears the crown? And how do you have to think about your decisions differently as it relates to even just work, right? And leading the way as the OTC, right? Like, but what does that mean to you? What are the different facets you have to think about? What are the lenses that you go through? Because you are so meticulous in how you approach things. I don't think anything's light. You know, I'm just going to go out and do this. It always seems very intentional.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be very well thought out. I try to, think a couple times before we make the cut. But yeah, that's the this role, the role of leadership, having people that you work with and it doesn't matter if they're under you or supporting you. We're all in this together. And I come from a team
mentality.
That's the way I learned, and I played like a not glorious position by any means, defensive tackle. So a lot of times I was taking the heat for other guys to make the play. But I see that same, I can see how that process works here. That's exactly what we do. Like,
that's right.
You have to, you're giving your body, you're giving, this creative, you're laying down essentially for another performer. You're doing everything you can to make them a bigger deal than they were before. So yeah, it's stressful. It's definitely, I'll get calls, ask, what's your opinion on this? I'm like, I had no clue I was involved in that, so, but like, you want my opinion? Here's what I think about it.
You have to show up.
Yeah, you have to show up. You have to be a part of it. You got to be present.
In all things, right?
All things, yes. Because you never know which thing's going to be the thing you're most interested in. There was a point where I could not ever stop thinking about wrestling and what, these little things that I'm learning, or crowd control or public speaking. There's just so many different facets to go down the rabbit hole and like try to master. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where I just try to lead by example. I try to represent my family at the highest level. That way my cousins can see what I'm doing, and then I might steal a page from his playbook because he seems to be pretty successful at it. Like, oh, Joe's doing all right. Like, let me see if I can take something that he's doing and make it a lot easier on my life and my family. So I'm always just trying to represent, and some of it's a little bit competitive. I want to be the best too.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to just I've had to compete with the twins my whole life, and I'm not trying to just be another twin. No offense to them. I'm trying to stand out. And I've heard I heard Jay say it, like, you don't want to be the dull animal in the zoo. You want to be the one that gets all the attention. And that's what this place is a giant zoo circus. And we're trying to get as many eyes
zoo
on
and circus.
Yeah, it's a both.
Yes.
It's a little bit of both. Yeah. It's crazy like the circus, but it's big, and there's all kinds of different exotic animals here.
That's the truth. Yes.
So I just, if I take care of my business right, I will be able to lay out a beautiful blueprint. And obviously, they got to do it their own way. But there's a lot of things. Look, your dad wasn't like a wrestler per se. He did wrestle, back in his day, but like he wasn't running a system where I could like pull all these wrestling things from.
Right.
I had to take like from a different angle and like, oh, well, let me repurpose that and make it fit into my life, or into the hat that I wear. So no, they're not going to be able to just copycat me 100%, but they can see all the different things I've gone through and hopefully use that as, just a boost of experience to help them out, or just ask me. That's another beautiful thing is I'm just a phone call, a text away. Anything that they ever need to pick, out of my brain and figure out my take on it, I'm available. So whatever we have to do to continue to keep my family synonymous with WWE, to be, in business with the McMahons, and even more so than that. The Khans, the Hemsleys, the Emmanuel.
The Levesques.
Yeah, the Levesques, yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I know. It's
I know, I
crazy.
call him H, so I'm one of them. Occasionally I call him Paul too, but yeah, for the most part, it's
Yeah,
just
well,
H.
when we first were dating, I knew him as Hunter.
Yeah.
To
yeah.
start calling him Paul was only after we got
that weird?
engaged. Totally weird.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was Hunter.
Yeah, that's strange.
Like, yeah.
That's a weird little relationship thing to go
Right?
through.
Well, and we were married and divorced already, so
yeah,
it was-
practice. See, you know what that was.
I
good,
did. We knew
though,
what to
yeah.
expect. A little dry run. Yeah. So, I mean, we've talked about some serious things, but there was a very serious family drama that, we learned about recently, and that has to do with your sister and a guinea pig.
Oh shit, we're going.
It was a gerbil. What did the twins tell you? What they said?
I was like, where is she going?
Yeah, no,
Set up.
Which one said? This is Jim, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe Big Jim had a
Alright.
comment or two.
He had a lot of comments. I
He
saw.
did,
The internet
he
was
did,
telling
yeah.
on him. What did he say? What did he say about my gerbil? Yeah, my sister is so mean to this gerbil.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
Kicked it.
She kicked it.
And then he thought that was maybe why.
All right, internet, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna take my side and not my sister's. All right. So, all right, I had a little gerbil, ugly little thing. Right? He was my guy.
Yeah.
And I just thought it
It
was
was your
so
pet.
cool. Like, in their little aquarium, all the little wood chips. You give him the little, he's got the stuff. The little
tube.
playground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
little wheel. And
was so
then
cute.
and then we bought him the little clear ball that he could
roll
be out
around in,
in.
yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know what my sister, we were, but
Sure,
we were
yep,
doing
as
that.
they-
We were
as-
doing
as
that thing,
siblings do.
and she just went and kicked it off. She did a full kickoff, and Pat McAfee'd it across the living room. Yeah, and thank God this thing was sturdy. It didn't break. I forget the gerbil's name, but I was hot.
Sunshine.
And then what else did he tell you? Did he tell you about the retaliation? What I got in trouble for?
No.
Oh, okay, good. We'll just leave that out. All right, internet, we're gonna tell you
we'd
the,
like
the
to
even
hear
worse
it.
stuff. But so I'll just tell by myself.
Okay,
Anyways,
all right.
and first of all, let me just say this first. I was not gonna hurt her. First of all, she was bigger than me. She was like already
gonna mess with your
my
sister.
Yeah, my sisters are 6-footers, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So yeah, they're
Yeah.
tall women and strong women, and I don't even think I hit puberty at this point. So I was quick work by then. Summer was beating my ass at this point in my life. But we had, like any place, we had the state fair, right? And I was terrified to ride the rides. I only like to play the games. And there was one particular game that I really loved to play as my sister was riding all these stupid rides that get taken down every 2 weeks. So you
Because they
shouldn't-
break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I would play the knife game. And you just ring the knives. And I just sit there all night, like curly fry.
But would you
ring the
win?
knives. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I was ringing those things.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
that's
sinking
tough.
them. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like it got to the point where like I'd come home with like 5 knives a year. You know what I mean? So after a few years of
Right,
this,
so
I
you
got
have
like
a
a
knife
collection. I got a little
collection.
collection
Yes,
going on
yes.
here. And she pissed me off so bad. I went and got those knives and I came out like a Ninja Turtle. Oh boy, yeah. And then Junior found out. Oh. And I think this was this was the first time he had to like talk to me. Ooh. And Junior being Rikishi, the twins' dad.
Yeah.
Was very intimidating for
I'm
us back
sure.
in the day.
I'm sure. A talking to is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I hated that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Junior was just, he had that
Yeah.
just that look that we were terrified. There were times we got trapped in a room because we didn't want to walk by him. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and this is us. Yeah. Like we're not like little runts running around here, but yeah, Junior used to have us intimidated. But yeah, he had to sit me down like, Joe, what are you doing? What's going on here? You pulled knives on your sister? I'm like, she kicked my gerbil. It was in the clear ball. Yeah. Kicked it.
Did you guys ever talk about it? Was he ever like, he had to, cover his mouth talking to you? Because it was.
No, well, he was mad at
He was
Yeah,
mad.
he didn't.
Did
like,
you actually come at your sister with the knives, or you just held them like a threat? threat.
I approached for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there
like,
was
we closed the distance,
there
but it
was
was
a potential
like, but we were
bloodbath.
working it back
Yeah,
then.
okay,
You know what I mean?
all right.
Yeah, she didn't let me get too close. We kept a little buffer
but yet,
there. We were,
yeah.
But we had good blocking going on there. Hard cam was about but yeah, he was not cool with that, and nor should he have been. And
No, definitely not.
I wasn't going to do anything. I just needed to.
You had to, you had to have some kind of.
It was messed up.
Yeah, that is messed
It was
up.
messed up.
Yeah.
I would never do that to any pet.
No, I thought
That's
my
crazy.
brother was bad when he ripped. I had Big Dog was my big stuffed animal protector
Okay.
and slept with me and was my my go-to love. I loved Big Dog, right? Like, and he had this little red tongue that stuck out. And my brother thought it was the funniest thing to rip Big Dog's tongue off while I watched and begged him not to. And it was like a little bit at a time. So it was like
just tugging
torture.
at it. Yeah, you just see it stuff, pushing the stuff back in. Yeah.
And then finally he rips it off. And I hate you.
Oh, yeah.
And then, now his feelings are hurt. Oh, you hate me. Oh. And like, talk about a
Gaslight,
psychological.
yeah. I did that to my youngest boys yesterday, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it worked too.
Yeah,
I
what'd
hit him.
you
I was
do?
like,
So
my
what
acting's on
happened?
point. Yes. Well, I go in. I had a little nest set up in the theater where I just had been laying down and taking my day naps, and
Nest.
they were
I
up
like
in
that,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a little little skinny mattress that just can roll up and go down. You know, we put it away, but. They knew I was in there and I was coming back to lay back down, and usually they hang out with me, play, and they'll jump on me and all that. And then I come in and it is just completely messed up.
Oh, no.
All the stuff.
Your
all
nest
over.
is a mess.
My net, yeah. Well, it's a
neat
it's
area.
a neat nest.
Yes.
Yeah. But then they put all the toys, all the pillows, every blanket they could find.
And you don't
One of
mess
my
with the
sons
nest.
likes to just
Yeah.
rip stuff up,
Uh-oh.
and there were just all kinds of cardboard all over the place. I said,
That's funny.
"You guys took my spot."
Oh, no, you didn't do that to him.
Just like that. I milked it and did the slow
they're
turnaround.
5.5.
And what did they say?
Daddy, we're so sorry.
Something like, oh no, Daddy didn't like that. And then, that is sad. Yeah.
They just kept playing.
And I just kept going, yeah. Once I got out of
they
there.
didn't
Well, that's the
last
thing
long.
is they like the doors shut in in the theaters. So when I got out of it, I was like, oh, I got him. I told my husband, got him. And you just hear the door slam behind me.
Right.
Nothing, just cold. Yeah. They just wanted me out and that door shut.
And then you look back.
What are you're supposed to invite me back in. Yeah, right.
It didn't work the way I thought it was going to work. See, they're
but
smarter than us.
they felt me for a second.
They did.
there, yeah, almost got him.
You almost.
got him.
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way we feel as parents. We're always so close. Are you ready to hold WWE history in the palm of your hand? Topps is bringing you closer to the action than ever before with WWE Topps Now, highlighting the biggest matches and milestones from WWE shows and PLEs throughout the year. Topps Now is enhancing the fan experience by connecting collectors to the superstars and spectacles that ignite their passion. Featuring stunning event-exclusive photography, each card is made for the moment. And for some lucky collectors, that moment could become the pull of a lifetime. Along with serial numbered parallels, some Topps Now releases offer a chance at rare short prints, superstar autographs, and even pieces of the mat, gear, or other items used during the featured match. So which moments will you collect? With each card only available for a limited time, you won't want to wait to begin your Topps Now journey. Be sure to subscribe to the WWE Topps Now mailing list on Topps.com and follow Topps on all social media platforms so you never miss a single moment. Do you have any good 5-year-old boy stories
I mean,
recently?
I know. I'm like, God. I mean, my son did come to SummerSlam.
Oh, yes, this is cute.
Nice.
First show he's ever been to.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Cool.
He's going to be let down because he was backstage. He was meeting,
Got the whole
experience
nine.
of a
Yeah.
lifetime.
Yep.
Not even by me, because I was back with you, but so we were at the lake this past week. We're in Maine for a little vacation, and he constantly is running around. I was showing Steph a video, and he's like, everything.
Yeah.
Everything he does, and we're
Taking
like, but
bumps, though.
like, throwing himself on the float just constantly. And my daughter's almost 2, and he walks by, and he's like, in her face. And we're like, all right, bud. Maybe take it a little easy.
See all you weird
did.
workers slapping your leg.
Yeah,
You
that's
see
what
you're
happened.
doing.
That's what
Telling you.
happened.
Undertaker's just
See,
pissed
I know,
off
and I
about
was always
this.
like,
And
what with the slap?
our youth,
Yes.
they're just slapping.
slapping.
Yeah.
Just
Clap, kick, like,
learn how to work.
Terrible. Terrible, right? Setting the example. One
Right?
show.
Yeah.
It's one show.
Just drive-bys, slapping the thigh in the face.
in the kitchen. Innocent children.
Did you watch Triple Mania? Super fun. And I know Taker and Sean.
I did see some clips and stuff like that from the internet. Yeah.
They were working on it together.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. The next.
That's not something you would have thought you'd
No.
hear, like Heartbreak and
Absolutely
Taker,
not.
AAA. You know what I mean? Like, it went good though.
It went great. And of course, the local promoters and the team there and everybody. It was an incredible team
Where,
effort.
Mexico
City.
Nice. Yeah, it's always been. We were just there too. So good house and everything.
Yeah, they were hot.
go.
Hot.
Mexico City, I've only been there a few times, and it's always, anywhere we go, it's always just in and out, you
yeah.
know the deal.
Yeah.
But there's always they always talk about, you need to be safe down there, but there's always like a vibrance about that city.
Yes,
The energy
so much
there.
life.
Yeah, they're doing it down there. And it's a huge city. It's so big, so many
And they
pockets
love
of it.
their culture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I for the most part, it's different. We're in America, so we have such
So
a melting
many different-
pot.
yeah.
But I mean, when I'm around on my Samoan side, most cultures are very proud.
I agree with that,
And
yes.
I'm not mad at that at
No,
all. And
you should be proud of who you are and where you come
and
from.
if you
Yeah.
think y'all are the best, then think
Great.
you're the best.
Yeah.
Have some pride in it. And especially cultures that we have now, a lot of them have been around for so long that we should be proud of them. We should
agree.
be completely interested in them. And yeah, I don't know. That's cool.
And I think how they beautifully blend.
Absolutely. Yeah. And our country's a great example of that. Like we're like the living proof of it. So yeah, that's good. How now, is that just like a one-time thing, or are they going to stay heavily involved?
No, I think they're involved.
Okay, good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I've seen it. You probably, a little bit different ends of the business growing up, but it's important to be able to spread out like the veterans and the people who actually know what they're doing, because so many kids waste money and time and health learning from the wrong people.
Yeah.
Putting themselves through the wrong, training.
Sure.
To have people who were the very top, like understand the business, every aspect of it.
And who can relate to you, just like you were
100%,
saying, your
it's not
defensive
easy to
line
be
coach.
TR. It's not easy to relate to us weirdos, you know what I mean? We're a different group.
Different breed, for sure,
It's
for
where like when performer meets athlete, like stage performer meets athlete, that's a lot going on there, you know what I mean? So yeah, anytime you can tap into the experience before you, kind of back to full circle there. But yeah, that was cool.
Well, I can't thank you enough for doing this podcast.
pleasure, thank
I
you.
mean, really, like it's funny because I've known you for a very long time, but we haven't ever like sat and chatted for a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's like, and I remember various stages because, God, I'm really getting long in the tooth. And like, I've been around generations now. No, but I am.
Okay.
And one of the things that was always so different about you too is when we were working together, and I would like try to give you cheap lines, like easy, go stay in the kitchen, or
Sure,
stereotypical type stuff, and you never wanted to do it. And I'd always be like, oh, I'd get such a big reaction. Like, I know it would work.
Yeah.
But it was never comfortable for you to do that. And I always respected so much that you wanted to do it your own way. But I felt like I couldn't get through to you. Like, what is it I'm missing? Like, how can I help him? How can I help get him what he wants? Because, I was the heel, obviously, and I wanted you to shine. And I'm like, oh, what can I do for him?
Oh yeah. No, that was a weird time. It was those were weird performance waters to navigate because you know, and like everybody looks at that time and they'll be like, oh, they just booed him. You know what I mean? He was like a failed baby face, but. And I still say this to
but
this
you
day.
weren't in
I wasn't
yeah.
like it. So some nights, yes, but pretty much every night I won them. By the end of the night, if you were, you know, like in Houston, Texas, or, you know, in whatever town on a Saturday, live event, no cameras, you would go through that process with me every single week. But we're just in a place that the fans were just doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
And we were a little more, you know, not combative, but we would hold friction with that and not necessarily go with the flow when it feels like we should probably just go with the flow here. But man, it taught me so much. And I had to do it on my own time, but that's something that I just, even to this day, Paul, you know, he would come up with all kinds of stuff when we're in the middle of the title reign, and I'd reject a lot of like, or I'd make it my own.
Right,
but
right.
I don't like low-hanging fruit.
Well, okay, maybe that's what it was, because
That's what it.
easy.
Well, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
from a promo standpoint. A lot of those cheaper digs, I feel a little more sophisticated than that. I feel like my communication can be a little more intellectual. I don't know. I'm from Georgia Tech. I should be able to, like, you know, put some stuff together that isn't necessarily the stuff you'd hear on the corner. You know what I mean? So I just always, and your dad was that way too, the way he wrote and the way he thought about writing and being a little more sophisticated and things of that matter. So I don't know. That was just a challenge of mine that I've always taken, you know, being in a PG product. And no disrespect to anybody, chugging a beer, flipping birds, you know, shove this up your ass, that up your ass, you know, that's not that hard. You know what I mean?
It can be hard to stick something up someone.
Yes.
I knew she was going to say it.
Not that I know.
If you're going to take anything away from today,
Kids.
getting that thing up your ass ain't that easy, all right?
Just saying.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I stand corrected. Especially when it's sideways. Good God, it's so hard. Yeah. But yeah, that was just always my take, is like, how can we just be a little more clever, you know?
Yeah.
And I've just kind of try to stick to that. And sometimes, though, to your point, less is best. Keep it simple, stupid, and just go out there and kiss it. You know what I mean? And that works, you know, because it doesn't have to be highbrow every time. Sometimes you need to, you know, people just want to laugh. People just want some, you know, some
relief.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to overthink everything or have to go on this crazy ride. But sometimes it is good. But that's kind of the weird.
But I love that.
creative
No
labyrinth
low
we're
hanging
in.
fruit. You know, as
Don't
much
have
as
to.
possible.
You
Yeah.
don't have to. I mean,
and
everybody's different,
mastering
though.
your craft.
100%.
Because that's a word you use that I thought was really important, is mastery. It's not just reps. It's not just learning. It's true mastery in every facet of whatever it is you're trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a particular mindset that I don't think many people have.
Well, there's just.
And then the discipline to do it.
Well, it's an art form too, so it's like, I don't know. I don't play violin, but I would imagine the brother that does knows how to hold that. You know, I don't even know what they call it, the bow. Yeah, but like he knows how to mesh those strings on strings a lot differently than I know how to. I know the friction of the wrestling strings that need to be had out there. You know, I know how to angle my wrist, or you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Like that's
And you
my
learned
art
those
form.
moves,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. That's my art form, and that's what wrestling is. That's what professional wrestling,
agree.
sports entertainment is. It's
Performance
a
art.
beautiful art form. Yeah, I performance fight. That's what I
Yeah.
call it. Yeah.
Again, you're just at the top of the game, and I know you said you have many rungs yet to climb.
More work. Yep.
And I just look forward to watching you and supporting you in whatever way that I possibly can. And hopefully this isn't, you know, the last conversation that we have. And I have so many more questions that I could ask you, but
Part one.
yeah.
There we go.
There we
Part
go.
one.
Thank you for joining part one of our Fanatics WWE
we'll get
original
Elise's
production.
Video of
What's
the
your story?
opposite.
know.
Yes.
Just that he's a total asshole. He wanted a 4-room suite,
I
and
saw you getting
everybody
mad.
knows they stopped at 3-bedroom suites. So
Like, I'm
yeah,
not going to tell the real story because he's looking at me.
Starting to get nervous.
Yeah,
You know.
don't get nervous. I'm not Office.
I was, but I am no longer.
Also, no longer.
We're not Office.
We're not.
You know?
I
Married to. Does that count?
But when he's like creative,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you got to kind of stay hip with that. You
Okay.
can't be full half Office, quarter Office.
Okay.
Is he wearing a
Ish.
tie today?
Office-ish? No.
No tie, no Office.
No office. Okay.
No tie, no Office.
All right. Okay. That's the rule. No tie, no office.
Keep it casual.
I have a Fanatics question for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, if you could go back in time and gift your younger self one piece of teamwear, signed memorabilia, or something you would have flipped over, what would it be and why?
Honestly, I was just thinking about this because I have a Tom Brady helmet signed, acknowledged by their GOAT. I would love an MJ, Michael Jordan basketball.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be a
Right.
beautiful compliment to be on that mantle.
That's a
I
good
mean-
one.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen. Well, hopefully, MJ, we can get that ball over to the tribal chief real quick. You know what I mean? That was it. Yeah, MJ for sure. Signed basketball
To go next to the helmet.
next to that Tom Brady helmet.
And then, is there another sport? Another athlete?
I mean, we can might as well
Baseball?
just do them all.
Yeah?
Baseball's hard. I loved baseball growing up. And that was actually one of my favorite sports. Like I thought
What'd you play?
that was going to be. I played third base, first base, left field, a little bit of center here and there. It's a little bit of everywhere. But I think third base was probably my best position when I was in. I stopped playing my sophomore year of high school.
Do you have a gun? Just to, to
Oh,
get
yeah,
that
yeah.
ball right to first.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Well, I pitched too, and so like my arm is double jointed, like
oh my goodness.
so yeah, like my elbow.
This
pops
is the
up.
clip right here.
Yeah.
Can you, yeah.
So yeah, my elbow can hyperextend. So when I would throw, my fastball had a crazy movement. So
bet.
I didn't have to like throw a slider. I didn't have
Right.
to throw changeup.
'Cause it already
it was already
wiggling
going
through the
nuts.
air, yeah.
Yeah. And I could throw pretty hard, but I was
It's
the type of
terrible on
guy
your
after
shoulders,
2
yeah.
innings of like throwing as hard as I can, I felt it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I could have maybe like been a reliever, but my shoulder would have given out for sure. But yeah, I mean, due to the double joint.
I mean, that's crazy.
It was natty, and then like after years talking to like some of the kids I grew up with, and I had no clue about this until I was an adult. They told me, "Oh God, I hated hitting against you," and I was like, "I used to hate hitting against you." We had kids in my ballpark. The Twins can tell you that. I mean, they were like, we thought like you're going pro for sure. But yeah, they used to tell me this was years ago when they told me as we were adults that it was miserable hitting against me because I threw hard and they weren't sure where it was going. I wasn't wild or anything. I threw in the strike zone, but yeah.
But it would, yeah.
But baseball, that was my jam for a long time. But baseball is like one of those sports. I don't know. Barry Bonds would probably be.
Yeah.
Mark McGuire. I'm like naming off all the ones.
I know.
Sammy Sosa.
Those are the most famous
Sammy
ones.
Sosa. Yeah. Who else was on the gas? But Barry and Mark, I mean, those are
Yeah,
the guys.
yeah.
Football, so many good ones. I mean, I played the sport too, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, I mean, that would be cool to have like all the
hockey.
Get a Messi, get a Ronaldo.
Yeah.
We'll have to. Are we writing this down?
Yes, we are. We are. Yes, we are.
So by next year, we'll have all this stuff. This is great.
Part 2.
Yep. By part 2, boom, all the goats sign all the stuff. Perfect.
Awesome.
Deal.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thanks for having me.